Hi everyone, it's Howard. You're tuning in to Millennial Monday where we chat with millennials on current hot topics. Today we're going to talk about establishing a space in a busy digital world, and together with us, talking about this topic, we have Aaron.
All right, good day to everybody. Good day to everybody.
Aaron, would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Thank you, Howard. My name is Aaron Kwan from AK47. We are a content marketing agency. We design contents for consumer brands. We design contents for property developers in the social media presence.
Today we're going to talk about the topic of finding space for your brand in a busy digital world, right? So especially with the pandemic going on, many would say, going digital is the way forward or the only way perhaps to remain alive in the business world or in the social world for that matter. So with more and more brands and companies, crowding the digital space, how does one not get lost in a sea of digital voices?
Yes, there are indeed a lot of internet users out there, but at the end of the day, the brands have to really understand one thing. I'm actually a big fan of social media, using social media to get the message across. But at the same time, I also value the rest of the conventional marketing as well. Because in the arena of marketing, we really have to evaluate a lot of choices when it comes to communicating to your real targeted audience. And these brands have to take note with one thing. Even though their brands reach out in the social media arena, but the main question here is, does this message reach out to their right targeted audience? To be frank, at the end of the day, what does it translate to? So the brands really need to know what are they trying to achieve in the social media spaces. Now, definitely the message will get lost somehow if they don't invest heavily in the what we call the media buy in the social media spaces. You still have to buy the media, the advertising spaces in order to be visible. So at the end of the day, I'm going to raise a question here. At the end of the day, does it mean that if you have more, if you have spending power, does it add as an advantage for your brand? Or if you have lesser money, does it mean that you will just fade off? I always believe in the principles of 4 Ps. You need to have the right product, a good pricing, a good set of communication, promotion tool set to get it across, and you need to have a space or a place to really push your product properly.
So you touched on the 4P strategies, right? Which is product, promotion, placement,
Price,
and price,
Yep.
right? So would you say this 4P constitutes users' brand loyalty?
We have to understand that the 4 Ps are the component of this, what we call a marketing mix. To make it easy to understand, a marketing mix are basically components that each marketers or each brands have to look at to create a kind of harmony, balance when it comes to executing any marketing initiative. It could be a branding related initiative, or it could be loyalty programs. Now, loyalty programs are something very, very interesting, because loyalty programs actually falls under the study, the discipline of customer retainer model, whereby there are other more components involved in it lah. For example, such as service quality. There are a few other components involved in this brand loyalty. So when it comes to brand loyalty, what are the measurements for brand loyalty? These are some of the very important questions that these brand owners have to ask themselves. Not just because you come to my shop, you order something from me, I give you a stamp card. The more you buy, the more I stamp, and at the end of the day, you're able to redeem something. Yes, this is a form of a loyalty, but is this the kind of loyalty you want it from your customer? We call this the carrot and stick loyalty lah. the more you stamp, you know, there's a reward at the end of the day. So what kind of loyalty are you stimulating, or are you want to get from your customers? It's actually very, very important.
Everyone is creating digital contents to speak to their audience right now. And you know, with so many digital contents being put out, thousands, millions, billions, do you find that contents are being so similar right now that they are like just copy paste?
Yeah, that's the reason why brands have to come up with really honest, authentic contents to reach to the customers. A few years back, I spoke to a friend during a Mamak session. He actually told me this, where it makes a lot of sense. You know, when in this world we have one Superman, okay, then this guy is going to be so great, so much power. You know, he's the only one that has that kind of a competitive edge because he's Superman, and the rest of the people in the world, they are just commoners. What if all the population in the whole world becomes Superman? So what's next? What can you do to be the top of the game? I believe that strategies are being explored. I don't think so that there are any new social media strategies out there. If you really look carefully, it would be great to actually see something new. And it's also a struggle for us as an agency to really come up with really creative and innovative strategies for our client. And at the same time, clients are afraid too. You know, what if this strategy does not work? And these kind of strategies will affect their, you know, bonuses, may affect their key performance indexes, their KPI in the particular organization. Yeah, there are many elements in comes to it. You want to be a superhero, you have to take risks. You have to ensure that you're daring enough to create a revolution in this industry.
We talk about, you know, how the digital space is occupied with contents, you know, occupied with materials. Do you think brand loyalty actually still exists for individuals and brands, the connection? Because there is so much going on, there is so many people speaking. Do you think brand loyalty still exists, or is just wishful thinking?
No, brand loyalty is not wishful thinking. To achieve a brand loyalty, it takes a series of initiative to build. We call this the brand building initiative. So, in order to reach the end game that these brands would like to achieve, we always call this the actualization stage, whereby you know, you don't have to do anything. You know, people will just automatically be loyal to you. Now, in order to achieve this end game, the brand has to set a milestone that they would like to achieve. For example, in this phase, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to create a massive awareness, all right, across the social media arena, or across the geographical area? You know, they have to create that kind of awareness. Then the next step they should be actually looking into would be the stimulation of interest or desire. They have to come up with a lot of campaigns to talk about, to stimulate the desire of these targeted audience. And all these initiatives have to be done in a consistent manner, and it has to be done in a span of, it could be many years, all right? For example, our favorite fried chicken, okay, that we grew up with together, you know, since we are very young, we are being trained in our mind. In order to have happiness, you should consume this fried chicken and celebrate your birthday in the outlet. You know, these kind of things. It builds that kind of loyalty up to today. You know, when it comes to fried chicken, this is the only brand that I can remember. Even though we don't really like it because it may be very oily or it could be unhealthy, but at the end of the day, when it comes to that kind of fried chicken, this would be the brand that comes into our mind. And this is also the type of loyalty that these brands would like to have from us. We call this the top of mind positioning lah. Okay. Yeah, most brands want to achieve this, but it takes many, many, many years to reach this stage. So I always feel that the brands that has the most marketing budget will eventually win this game of branding lah, because the word branding itself, it scares a lot of brands because branding is actually very, very expensive. Yeah. So if let's say you're a small player and if you like to play this brand building game, the first thing that you really need to invest on would be to create a massive awareness in, you don't have to go to the public because public is actually too expensive. Just do it in the social media. Get your loyal fans, because these fans can be your ambassadors and they can create a powerful word of mouth marketing for you. You really have to start small. You have to embrace the fact that it's going to be very small in the beginning.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all your experiences and your stories with us, Aaron. And thank you all for watching this. And if you haven't done so, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our page and channel. And do check AK47 out. And with that, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.